Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Today I'm going to present about Edmodo quizzes, how to do quizzes, how to set up a quiz, how to grade a quiz in Edmodo. So at the beginning, first step, let us say I want to make a quiz for this class, programming a class. So I click on the class in Edmodo, class name. Then after the class opened, I just click here on the add button. So after I click on the add button, okay, there is a create a quiz. Okay, so if I want to create a quiz, or I can load existing quiz if I already created a quiz. So this is my first time, I will suppose, to create a new quiz. So click create a quiz. It might take a while to start. Okay, great. So now here, as you can see in the screen, I should enter the quiz title. Let us say I will just write a quiz. Okay, quiz 1, programming. Then instructions. If you have any instructions to your students, this screen will be shown to the students before they start the exam. Suppose I want to tell the students you have only 5 minutes to answer 10 questions. Okay, great. After I fill these two textbooks, I click on now I start working on the questions. So on the questions, I click on the quiz questions to start working on the questions. As you can see here, it will start with creating first question. So here, as you can see, there are like around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 types of questions in Edmodo, starting from true, false. If you have, like, you can write any statement here. Then if you want to attach files, like attaching a picture or adding something from Edmodo that you uploaded before, adding a link so students can click on this link to take them to another web page to read about something, article, to check the if this statement is correct or not. Okay, then you have here to answer, to click on the correct answer. The statement, this statement, is this statement is correct or not? So let us say, okay, quality is one of the important fields in life, for example. Okay, so then here I have to say which one, this one is correct or not. If it's correct, the statement, I will click correct. If it's false, I will just make false. So this one is correct. Okay, then how much points do you want to put for each question? You can decide, okay, how many points that you want. Then you can, for example, duplicate this question if you want to copy this question again to get again, or you can add a new questions, or you can add from question banks if you already created like quizzes before. So let us say I want to add a new question, So now this one, 1 point will be graded as 1 point for this question. Second question, I can choose, for example, here which can't. I have true, false, multiple choice. If I want only one choice is correct, I can just here put the question or just attach some picture. It's up to you. Then you can, how many grades for this, how many points for this question. Then we have another type, short answer. Short answer, this one, this type, if you add this question, you have to grade it later by yourself. Edmodo will not cannot grade these questions, so the lecturer will be responsible later to grade these kind of questions, short answer questions. If you ask students to write like 1 paragraph or 2 paragraph, 100 words, 200 words about something, you have to grade it later by yourself. So till if you allow students to see the results for this question, they cannot see. They will wait for you until you grade the question. They can get the grade or the points for this question. Then fill in the blank. We have a fill in the blank and matching the multiple answer. Fill in the blank The best way to work on these questions, maybe you can just go to your, for example, I'll just write Facebook. For example, I will just write Facebook. Oh, sorry, Facebook. Okay. Okay, we go to Google. Facebook. Okay. Then let me say I have this. Okay. This paragraph. I want to copy this paragraph and make it as a question. Fill in the blank. Copy, then paste this statement. Then you come to each word that you want to make it as a blank. Create an account. Account, I will make it as what? Just okay, shift and underscore. You can put an underscore symbol. It will, as you can see here, a blank will be created for you to fill the right answer. Then, for example, to connect with friends, family, and people, you know. Then share, for example, also I want to make it as a blank. Okay. Then maybe get updates, also send messages and get updates. Messages also I can just make it as a blank. So as you can see here, there are 3 blanks that students they should answer them. So you can start putting the right answer for each one of them. For example, this one, account. By the way, in these blanks, there is like, it is not case sensitive. You can write small letters, capital letters. This one doesn't matter. Edmodo later will accept it. Till if it is like you write it in capitals, so instead answer in small letters, it is not a problem. Okay, then send messages. For example, share. So I can, for example, write share all capital. It doesn't matter. Till if student then write all small, and send messages. Okay. So here also you can decide how many points you want to put for this question. And later also you can, for example, add another question if you want. This also I make it as 1 point for this question. Okay, it will take sometimes if you like. Okay. Now also I create new questions. For example, I can make it as matching. If you want to match something, like write here introduction or about the question here, for example, then you can match, for example, match the followings. So here, for example, I will just match 1 with A, then 2 with B, then 3 with C. Students later they have to match. They will get this in a random sequence. Also you can add, for example, more. If you want also to add, for example, another one for D, if you want to create another question also for matching. Then students they have to make all this together to get, for example, at the end 1 point, or you can make it 4 points if they succeed to make all of them. It's up to you. Okay. Then after that also maybe you can create another kind of questions, which is, for example, last one, multiple answer, which is like this one added in recently by Edmodo. This one allow for you to choose only, not like unlike multiple choice, it is only one choice correct. Here no, maybe multiple answers are correct. For example, here maybe A and B will be correct, not only. Okay, choose 1 or 2 of the correct answers. So this one will allow us, for example, let me say this one, A, B, C. Let me see, let us say A and B are correct, or A and C correct. So you can just assign these two. The students also they have to choose both of them, and you can also decide how much marks that you want to put for them. After you create all the questions that you have, now it's time, for example, you can see here how much now total points, how many questions that you have created. You can now either preview, see how it looks like, or assign directly this quiz to the students. So I will just click, if you want to just to preview, you can see how it looks for students, like, but later we'll check this one on the side of the students. Now let us just click on assign. Great. Now it will tell you it will be assigned to this class because we created inside the class, we created this quiz. Then the DU on it will decide what time this quiz will be closed. For example, today 29, we can make it, for example, it will be closed, let us say on 30, for example. If the quiz today, so for example, we have also to close it on today because it should be closed on the same time for all students. So let us say now the time is 9:38. I will just make it to start at 10 to 11. So at 11 it should be closed. For example, if I will make it open for 1 hour, 11 p.m. should be closed. 29, yes. Look, after due date it will lock the quiz. So till those late students, after 11 they cannot make the quiz. This one is very important if you don't want to allow students to take this exam after the due date, after the close date. So you can just make it, I prefer to make this option. Then time limitation, you can just choose how much time you will give to students to make this quiz. For example, I have 4 questions. I can, for example, make it 5 minutes if I have simple questions which doesn't require time. So this is also very important to not give students too much time, because to decrease cheating cases, so they cannot call or start sharing their answers with other students, to make it less as much as possible. Randomized questions also, this option very important to decrease the cheating, especially if you have too many questions, like 20 questions, 10 questions. They will be displayed on different sequence. Each students, they will see a different sequence of the same questions but with different sequence for each student. Add a quiz to the grade book of Edmodo. Edmodo has a grade book to store the grades for the students, so it's also a good idea to store the grades in a grade book if you want inside Edmodo, so as a record for you. Show results to students upon completion. This one is up to you, but if you have, for example, these short answers questions, usually it is better to disable this option, show results to the students upon completion. So you can just check the short answer questions, you put the grade for them, then you can just announce the grades for the students from Edmodo, okay? Or if you want to show the result directly, if you don't have like short answers and you want the students directly to see their grades, also you can click on this one. But I prefer to disable this option, so students they don't know what are the correct answers until later you make the grading for the questions. So also to decrease cheating cases, to not show them the correct answers. This one show results, it will also show the results and the correct answer to the students. So we can disable this one, or just for now I will enable it so you can see it. So 5 minutes, okay, this is like it will be okay. Later, this is also very important, schedule for later. Now if I click assign, it will now directly post it to the student. They can start from now until 11 student. But what happens, for example, if I want to make it all the students start from not now 9:41, no, I want them to start from 10 o'clock. So I have to make it scheduled for later, to be scheduled to be posted later, not now. So select date, I will also choose the same date because 29. I wanted today, for example, to make it, and I want all students to start at 10 o'clock exactly, 10 p.m. Okay, so now it will be started at 10 p.m. for the students. For example, okay, if I click assign, it will start at 10 p.m. But in this case, I wanted to start it now to show you on the student side what's happening. So now I'll make, for example, 9:42, just because I wanted to show you like on the side of students what's happening there. 42 or 43, no problem. Okay, 43 p.m. okay, assign. Click it just only one time. If you click it usually more than one time, assign, maybe it will duplicate posting the same quiz many times to the students. So all these are settings for the quiz that we are going just to create for testing to see how it works. I'll click on again, maybe something wrong happened, so I'll click again. just to check. Maybe I have problem with internet connectivity or okay. Okay, great. Got it. It's like now posted. Okay, successfully scheduled and on the time specified. Okay, and this is like okay. This is the quiz name assigned to this course. At this time it will start. Okay, so got it. Okay, great. Let us now go to the student side and see what's happening. I will go now to the student side. Let us say programming class to check. Okay. Oh. Okay, let me just check what's happening. I will refresh just to check it. Okay, what's wrong here? So here, as you can see, I can see them on my Edmodo account. I can see they are scheduled to post because I clicked 2 times on the assign. So that's why I get it 2 times. Next time, just please click 1 time only, and the time duration is 60 minutes. Sometimes this is happening by Edmodo, so you have to fix it by yourself. Okay, I will clear it. As long as I click 2 times on assign for the quiz, it becomes like posted 2 times. I will delete one of them, because I want to make for students only 1 time to take this quiz. It's not 2 quizzes. And it says due time it's 11. Okay, something wrong, so I will click on it. Check what's happening. Okay, I will click edit post. It will post it like change the due date. No, it is not this one. Okay, what's happening? Refresh. April 29, 9:34 should be posted, but something wrong happened. Maybe I have to check it again. Let's see on the student side, is there something or still? Okay, I think it was my mistake because I chose like a time that like already has been exceeded before. So how we can solve this one issue? Let us see. Okay, programming class. Okay, reschedule. For example, we can make it now instead of this one. I will just check what's happening. 9 then 48 p.m. Maybe I choose like AM, PM, something wrong. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, what's going to happen? So I make it now on. Okay, 9:48 p.m. today, 29. Okay. Still, it's now 47. Later, after it will be posted after 1 minute. Also, I have to change. For example, look at here. This is very important. 60 minutes. Sometimes this error happens like from Edmodo. We have just after we post the quiz, you have to go and check it. If it's, for example, not the time that you have set, 5 minutes, you can just later, after it's posted, no problem, you can just directly change the time to make sure that is not the time something wrong, like as you specified earlier. We make it 5 minutes, we have to change it again. Okay, now it should be announced soon. Okay. Alright, then as you can see here, the quiz has been posted successfully in a programming class. Okay, so this is like the due time, and this quiz, it means it will be closed at 11 p.m. It will take around 60 minutes, which is not accurate. I have 55 minutes, so we can just edit this timing. Let us try to edit the quiz. Okay, if I click on it, view quiz, then edit this quiz. Alright, so where is the timing here? 60 minutes. Let us just fix it, make it 5 minutes. And randomize the questions, adding this one, or I have activated these options. Show results also if you want to show the results to the students. Then assign. Okay, not assign, close. I think close, that's enough. It will be set. Let us see. Go again to the home. Okay, programming class. Okay, now after refresh, as you can see, it becomes like 5 minutes. I solved the issue. Okay, and now there is only there is no any submissions yet. 0 submissions. Okay. So here you can just move. Now I will move to the student side to see the student is student's account. Okay, I created this account just for testing. As you can see here, now this is student's account. The student has only one quiz, programming in a programming class, and he can start or she can here take the quiz. Okay, click on take the quiz to see how it's going on. Now the students will see the note. You have only 5 minutes to answer the 10 questions. The quiz will be closed at this time, and 4 questions are there. 11 points. All this will be shown to the students information. So this is random sequence. So I will start solving the questions. For example, it was 1 for A, B for 2, D for 4, C for 3. Then I will move to the next question. I can move here. As you can see here, the timing is working, and here students can move from here, from this tab, or can move by using these buttons. Next. Now choose one or 2 of the correct answers. Okay. Multiple answers questions or multiple choices. It was A and C, for example. Okay, I will choose A and B on purpose just to see. Then IT is one of the major important fields in life. Okay, true. Question 4, create account. I will just, as I said, it really doesn't matter if you write capital or small small letters. Share, send messages. Okay, I'll just also M capital, it doesn't matter. Then if the students finish, and they can just submit the quiz. Okay, confirm, submit. That's it. Now the students has finished. Because we allow for the students to review the results, as you can see now, they can review. Click on review results because we allow this option. So now they can see. Here the answer is correct, and this one is also correct. They get for example 3 points. In this one 1 out of 3 points, for example. Then the other one also it is true, so 1 point they get, and so they get also 9 out of 11. So students now can see all this, all the grades, because we allow for students to see it. Now let us go back to the teacher account. So this teacher account, let us just make a refresh and see. For example, how many students till now so far submitted their answers. Okay, as you can see now only one student submitted, so we can click on submission to see, for example, submission of the students. So we can see the overview here for how students in general, how they are doing, okay, as percentage, any question 1, 2, 3, and each question. If you have many students, it will be very useful, this tool, for you to see which students was difficult, which students was easy for them to solve. Okay, but as long as now we have only one student, okay, so 1 ungraded, 0 ungraded, okay, and there's other students not turned in, so he didn't take the exam. So let's go to the students below to see. Now as you can see, I have only in this class 2 students. One of them didn't till now didn't see the quiz, not viewed. The other one already finished the quiz and get 9 of 10. So if you were posting short answer question, now you have to come to students by students, click on each student, and you can put the grade and write the comments for them as feedback for short answer question especially. Okay, now there is nothing to do for us, just we can just next as long as we allow the students to see the results, so we can do nothing. Just if you like to write comments to provide for students so they can learn about their mistakes, okay, for the wrong answers. Okay, here till now it's opened. If you want to lock the quiz, for example, now you can click lock now, it will locked, or after due date already, maybe you can make this one enable unlock if you want to open to allow other students to take the quiz. Also, if you want to edit the quiz, for example, changing timing, other things, simple things, you can do it, but you cannot add more questions as long as the quiz started already. But you can just do other modifications. The important also thing for students, also you and the students should both of you use the same timing. For example, if we go to click on the account picture for you and or the students setting, here as you can see, this is the country Iraq. Also, both of you and the students should use the same timing to avoid any difference in the timing. Maybe you pause the students and for the quiz until now they cannot see because they are using different time zones for different countries. So for Iraq, this one is working, I think, good, because I couldn't find Iraq here on the list. So this one maybe is accurate. Plus a 3 is this one is correct, so you can use this one, GMT plus 3, Eastern African time. Okay, so you can also tell your students to use the same timing exactly post to them, so to avoid any difference on this timing issues. So later about quizzes, this is, as I said, how to create a quiz. Later if you want to, for example, to create another quiz, you can also go to the class, any class that you like, click plus. Now you have already another quiz that you created before, so you can load that quiz. So you can see here, I have created so many quizzes before, so I could choose any one of them. Okay, I can see here date, how many questions, points for each question, and I can use this question again. This quiz again, load it again for another group of students. Maybe if you want to invest time, load the quiz, so you can just load it directly. Maybe if you want to change or whatever, that also you can do some changes, add more questions, changing timing, then assign. Preview also, it will allow you to see how the students can see the questions. So here there are 4 questions, for example. For this quiz, if you maybe want to make it, for example, let us just try to make another question, which is short answer. Okay, write 100 words about importance of OOP. Okay. So here, as I said, you can add more links for students, attach files if you want to attach for students to read about, about this topic. Then they can use their own words. How many points? For example, you can put 2, 3, 4, 5, points for this question. It's up to you. Then there's like question 5. Then maybe you can assign this quiz again for maybe other group or the same group. I will choose again the same of the date of time today. It will be closed at 11 also, 11 p.m. Look after due date, so other students cannot take it after it will be closed. 10 minutes, let us say, or 15 minutes, because I add one question which requires more time. Randomize. I will just now, this time, I will not show results for the students upon completion, because I have to grade that question, short answer by myself. Schedule for later, no, I will just click on assign directly to post now directly without posting later. As long as this is for testing. Okay. Just to click it one time. If you click it more than one time on assign, sometimes it will create many quizzes for you. So you have to go and delete some of them to avoid confusion about this one. This is because maybe the internet connection is not that fast, so it might take some time. Got it. Okay. Now, as you can see in the programming, as I can see, this is a few seconds posted this quiz 1 programming, 5 questions, 60 minutes. Again, there is also the same problem with the time, so I can just directly click on the quiz, view quiz, if you want to solve the time issue. This problem happens from Edmodo side, from my side. Click on edit this quiz, and make the time 15 minutes. So always after you assign the quiz, you have to go and make sure by yourself everything like is correct, all these options. Show results also, I don't want to show the results to the students. I have to only disable this option. Okay, then close. You have 5 minutes here. I will tell students, no, you have this 15 minutes to answer. For example, it was like 5 or 6 questions. It doesn't matter. You have just to tell students the exact number, or I know that you like. Close. Okay, let us go back. Okay. Let us just go to the class. Where is the class? Programming class. Because I clicked 2 times on the assign when I created the quiz, now as you can see, maybe 2 times created the quiz. So with this one, I will delete this one, the other one, for 60 minutes. Okay, because I clicked 2 times on the assign button. The server response was like slow, so delete this one. I will just keep this one, which is like 15 minutes. Yes. Okay, so now students, as you can see, this time when the students start, any student take the quiz, also they will go and see now there is another quiz posted. Okay, and they can start also click on take quiz. So where is the quiz? Let's just check it. Reload, refresh. Okay, this one posted 3 minutes ago. Yes, take the quiz. 15 minutes quiz. This is like a closing time or due date. At 11 it will be closed. 15 minutes for 6 questions. Take quiz. Okay. Now students can start taking the quiz and answering question by question. Account. Then share. Okay. Then for example message. I will just write it also. Messages. I will just make it correct. Okay. Write 100 words. Then now the concept of OOP means that etc. Okay, then next Okay, the students can just start working on these questions. Again, next, okay, false, okay, submit the quiz. Alright, now student has like submitted his answer, so let us go to the teacher account. Again, go to the programming class to see how many students like have tried this quiz, which is only one in this case. Okay, I'll just click on refresh to get exactly the result of that student. Okay, now one submission is there, as you can see, so I will click on that one, and you can see this one. The students like question 1 was not okay, incorrect, question 2 partial, then 5 not graded yet because it is like short answer, you have to grade by yourself. So we can go to the student and we can click. So on the student side, if we go to the student side again, there is no review button. The student cannot see anything, like doesn't know until you post for them. Okay, review quiz result, nothing, only submitted. This is what they can see. So if we come here again to the teacher account, the students, now programming, we have Ahmed who submitted the quiz. Okay, so now you have to grade by yourself because you choose to not show the results to the students. Grade. Okay, question 1 was, for example, true or false. It was false answer, so this one we cannot play. So you can write only comment feedback for the students. Next. Second one also like was spelling mistake, so it is also you can write like what is wrong with this question. That one also can provide for each question comment for a student until you reach the question of short answer. This one the system or Edmodo will let you answer is it correct or incorrect or partial correct. If it's correct, it will give how much points you give. 5, it will give 5 out of 5. Partial, you can, for example, to add 2 over 5. So it's up to you if it was partial or 1 over 5. Okay, and write comment why it's like they will get 1 or more. That's it. Close. Now this student has got like 6 out of 16. So if let us go to the student panel and check. Now the student can get his mark. Okay, now students can now get, as you can see, the answers, the grade that you give to them. View quiz results. Okay, as long as there are no any comments, the students they will not get any, just they will get the total marks. That's it. Okay, this is like for the student. And regarding so how you can get to the students, you can just directly always go to the Edmodo, go to the progress. In the progress you can choose the class. For that class there was a quiz, so you can see here the grades for the students. For the quiz 1, how much you get, for quiz 2, and so on. If you want to export, you can add export. If you want to add a grade by yourself, for example, you can add a new grade, for example, for new quiz for something coming, okay, manually by adding grade, or export if you want to export, for example, to Excel file, Excel sheet of the students. I recommend for you to do this always. Maybe one day by mistake you will delete the grades, so it's better practice to export the grades after the quiz directly. Create a new grading period if you want, also you can do this one. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for your time.